in obtaining new customers. If you have reduced the hours of staff or laid off, then you may not have that extra help needed to obtain new customers or the energy. During a pandemic, your time should be invested in meeting the needs of your current customers that have been affected by the pandemic, which will be vital during this economic downturn. So since we understand the benefits of customer retention, it's also important to understand what key factors you need to develop your strategy to retain customers. Customer retention management should include 3 key factors. Is your marketing addressing customer pain points? Are you able to demonstrate the value of doing business with you at the moment? And is your product or services solving the client's current problem? Knowing and tracking these key points or key factors are critical to optimizing your business to retain customers. I recommend businesses use the retention rate formula to identify the number of existing customers remaining at the end of a period without counting the number of new customers acquired. So that formula is retention rate equals number of customers at the end of a period minus the number of new customers acquired during that period, which is then divided by the number of customers at the start of the period times 100. Now, I know that sounds complicated, so we're going to do an example here on so we can do the math. So let's say in a month you had 200 customers. You lose 20 customers, but you gain 40. At the end of the period, you have 220 customers. So let's use those numbers to use the formula to do the math. 20 minus 40 equals 180. 180 divided by 200 equals 0.9. 0.9 times 100 equals 90. Your retention rate for the period is 90%. In most cases, the goal is to keep your retention rate as high as possible. But as mentioned before, it's more expensive to land new customers, so having a high percentage with your retention rate can prove to be a marketable track record for potential new customers. I'll use the example with my event promotion company. We used our customer retention percentage in our sales pitch to secure new customers for exhibitor participation. When customers learned we had a 95% return rate on returning exhibitors, it increased our probability of securing new exhibitors. Our high retention rate reassured the exhibitor that our company was worth investing in. Most companies will do this analysis quarterly and annually. However, your business may require calculations more or less often, depending on your customer life cycle. I recommend that small business owners evaluate its customer retention on a monthly basis to determine its current success rate and to set expectations for the following month. So what is customer retention? Retaining customers is important for the long-term success of your business because, as we discussed, it's far more expensive and difficult to acquire a new customer than it is to retain a current one. On the average, the possibility of a sale from a new customer is 5 to 20%, and you have a 60 to 70% chance of obtaining a sale from an existing customer. That means that an existing customer will spend on an average 33% more than a new customer. That equates to a higher sale with less energy, less time, and less money invested. That's how I like to roll. So the coronavirus pandemic has caused many customers to pull back on spending and reconsider how and where they will spend their money. This makes it nearly impossible to land first-time buyers, resulting in a greater need to retain current customers and keep revenues flowing. And for some businesses, this could be their only source of revenues. So let's talk about some techniques that promotes customer retention. I would like to go over 10 techniques, so you will need to write this down. I have also covered many of these in my blog, and you can get connected to my blog through my Facebook page, which is at Ramblings of an Entrepreneur. Just put that in the search bar on Facebook and you'll find my Facebook page that will lead you to my blog. So number 1, you need to increase your presence on social media. With social distancing limits, there's a need for more social media interaction. Social media has become a valuable communication tool for business owners, so use it to your advantage. Since your customers are already scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you must create engaging social posts across your various social channels to bring your brand to the top of their news feeds. All small business owners should at least post every other day, and they should interact with customers by answering comments and responding to direct message requests. Be sure to include in your post all the things we're going to discuss right now. Number 2, try communicating your brand initiatives. People are more likely to buy from brands that they connect to personally. This is a good time to tell your story, so customers or clients will understand how their purchase has an impact. Use this time to promote the why behind your company and educate your customers about your company mission. Doing this will help build brand loyalty and strengthen customer support. Customers love to know about your customer history, get reminders of your company mission, and learn how you are loyal to your employees and customers, and read about the charities you have supported, especially during a pandemic. Number 3, if you value your customer, then this will build company value. Do you understand your customer during this time of need? Having that understanding is very important during a pandemic, and providing resources and information that can help them during this economic downturn will build your value with your customer for your business versus bombarding them with sales messages and buy now tactics. Number 4, be sure to offer your products and services virtually. I know this is a big step for a lot of brick and mortar stores, but it's definitely important because stay at home is what your customers are doing. Providing your products or services virtually makes it convenient for your customers to support your business. Customers need that reassurance that they can order online with no contact delivery. But you can also use technology to continue connecting with your existing customers virtually in a helpful way. There are so many software programs and platforms to choose from, so be sure to choose the one that works best with your industry. You can connect with your customers by providing education services relative to your industry. So let's hear an example. Some salons can offer virtual services over video chat, walking their clients through applying temporary lashes until they can get into the salon for the long-term lashes that they normally purchase through the salon. Another virtual service company could offer, an example is a dog groomer can do a Facebook Live to show customers ways to keep their dog trimmed until they're ready to come in for an appointment. This is the time to analyze your business and see how you can use technology to continue supporting your loyal customers remotely. Number 5, create content that is helpful. Customers are at home and they are starving for information other than the pandemic updates. Publishing helpful content will be well received by your customers that are looking for information that can help them deal with the pandemic. Try offering webinars, podcasts, online tutorials to teach your customers something new that solves their current needs. Consider hosting online events and live video streams that will connect you with your customers in a more interactive fashion that will keep them engaged. This content can be informational as well as entertaining. So I'm going to share some of my personal examples. During this pandemic, I committed to developing more content to help small business owners navigate their business through the pandemic. The content helped them. It also helped put my company name at the top of their minds when they faced challenges they could not handle on their own, which then encouraged them to contact me for their current business challenges. I also developed a fun community online program that helped small business owners, which was called Support a Small Business Program. This allowed the community to support their favorite small businesses that may be struggling during the pandemic. Number 6, try pivoting your company for community service. Is there a way you can utilize your products or services for the purpose of addressing a greater concern or need? Instead of trying to sell a product that is currently irrelevant to consumers, analyze what you can do differently to address your customers' concerns while addressing their needs. Remember that during a pandemic, customers are limiting their purchase and may have a strict budget. When you use your company to help others, the community will remember this and become loyal to the company that helped them during their need. A great example of this is how Eight Oaks Farm Distillery in Pennsylvania had stopped production of whiskey, rum, and other spirits to make hand sanitizer, which they donated to nonprofits and local frontline workers. They were then recognized as a community champion during the pandemic. Number 7, reach out to your customers in a personal way. This coronavirus has an impact on everyone in different ways. Being compassionate and personal opens up useful communication channels with your customers. You can create personal messages for your customers through handwritten cards, customized emails, social media check-ins, and courtesy phone calls just to see how your customers are doing. They're going to appreciate it. Number 8, try developing purchase incentives and customer loyalty programs. Customers are being selective with their spending. To be rewarded with a purchase incentive when customers are selective with spending helps customers get the most for their money. You can create incentives for returning customers through various measures like gift cards, free trials, and discounts. An example would be offer a gift card that they can use later when they spend a certain amount of money with your company. In addition to offering special buying incentives, I recommend offering pay options and promoting products that people are more apt to buy at this time. A customer loyalty program will increase brand loyalty and client retention. Number 9, try creating fun and they will respond and engage. You can enhance customer relationships by holding contests and fun events. Getting your community involved in your company through these types of interaction can drive interest towards your business. If your contest evokes customer feedback, you can double down on the benefits of this and use it to improve your practices and customer service. I like to use the example I gave to a client of mine. The company created a program that encouraged the community to adopt an essential care worker. When you adopted an essential care worker, a care package was delivered to them on your behalf. The care package was put together using the products that the company offered. This type of activity made it fun it made it fun to support the essential care worker, but it also engaged the community during the process, and it also developed a positive feedback for the company. Number 10, be sure to analyze the customer's experience for the purpose of adjusting. Now is the time to analyze the customer experience with your company and identify what measures you can take to improve. You can do this by personally reaching out to your past and current customers to see how you could streamline your products and services and improve your customer satisfaction. Doing this on a one-on-one basis will help customers to personally feel connected with your company, which can be done with a survey versus a mass polling. Throughout this crisis, it's important to keep your customers' immediate needs as a priority. Instead of attempting to continue with business as usual, modify your products and marketing strategies to reflect the current demand. When you provide value to your existing customers, you have a better chance of maintaining long-term relationships with them and increasing customer retention. I'll be available to answer questions, so take a moment to type your questions in the chat area. If we run out of time, again, you can email me your questions. As a business coach, I'll answer any questions that you send over to me, and my email address is wsbafounder@gmail.com. This complimentary lecture is also available upon email request.